Hi, I'm David Clarke, Head of Government Affairs for TMX Group. For more than 170 years, Canadian capital markets have been innovative and adaptive, evolving alongside our clients, investors, and other stakeholders. Currently, we're seeing strong demand for products related to ESG and Indigenous reconciliation. In the past year, our capital markets have seen activity that we're really excited about. An Indigenous owned company, Nations Royalty, listed on TSX Venture Exchange. We've created an index of companies that are demonstrating their commitment to reconciliation through the CCIB PAIR program. And we're really excited about the emergence of projects like Cedar Leaf Capital, Canada's first Indigenous owned investment dealer. Canada's economy is really heavily based on resources, and so are the companies that list on TSX and TSXV. So, integrating Indigenous values, employees, and leadership, particularly in the context of resource projects, provides an alternative view on how to best manage the resource in the interest of the community and ultimately all Canadians. This can help deliver better project designs and accelerated regulatory reviews, which ultimately saves time and money. We know that attaining free, prior, and informed consent is crucial. It's not just good practice, it's actually the law of Canada. Something I've personally learned from attending FNMPC events is that the concept that FPIC is actually an ongoing, iterative process that continues through the life of a company or project. I think it's also clear that the best way to ensure you attain and nurture free, prior, and informed consent is to ensure Indigenous communities have an equity stake in the project or companies that impact their lands and their rights. So, our core purpose at TMX is to make markets better. This means a lot of different things, but one of the key ways we walk that talk is trying to make our markets more inclusive. For more than 170 years, we've been operating here in Canada, and for most of that time, certain groups, including Indigenous Canadians, have been more or less excluded from the wealth that we've been creating. And so, one of the projects I'm keen to be working on with FNMPC is an educational resource targeted specifically at Indigenous Canadians. This will help to educate and demystify how the public markets work, how the Canadian market is actually purpose built to support growth stage companies, and how we can continue to work together to break down barriers to entry for Indigenous communities and entrepreneurs. I had a blast attending this conference last year in Toronto. I thought it was really educational, a great way to connect with Indigenous community leaders and businesses. And it's also some of the best networking that I think you'll see in downtown Toronto next spring. So I really encourage you to come.